Elisha is a key figure in the biblical narrative, often overshadowed by his mentor Elijah, but his influence and extraordinary powers as a prophet are undeniable. He played a pivotal role in guiding the people of Israel during a time of great spiritual decline. His story is one of transformation, miracles, and divine intervention. The challenges weren't limited to external forces. Elisha also had to deal with the weight of his own legacy. Being a prophet in a time of great need meant that every word he spoke and every action he took was under scrutiny. His predecessor, Elijah, had set a high standard, performing incredible miracles and standing boldly against injustice. Elisha had big shoes to fill, but he was up for the task, armed with faith and a direct line to God. The spiritual decline of Israel wasn't just a backdrop for Elisha's story, it was the very reason he was there. With a nation teetering on the brink of disaster, Elisha's role as a spiritual leader was more crucial than ever. He wasn't just a prophet, he was a beacon of hope in a time of despair, pointing people towards redemption and restoration. Elisha's journey began under the mentorship of Elijah, one of the most iconic prophets in the Bible. It's said that Elijah, before being taken up to heaven, poured his spirit into Elisha, preparing him for the role that lay ahead. Elisha's story is peppered with miracles that not only amazed his contemporaries but have also inspired generations since. From healing the sick to raising the dead, Elisha's abilities seemed almost limitless. The feeding of 100 men with just 20 loaves of bread and a few handfuls of grain stands is another testament to Elisha's connection with the divine. It's a story that speaks to the abundance and generosity of God, often revealed through the ministrations of his servants. In reflecting on Elisha's ministry, we're reminded of his pivotal role in Israel's history. Through his obedience and faith, Elisha became a conduit of God's grace, touching the lives of many and leaving behind a legacy of faith and miracles. Elisha's key contributions and miracles solidified his status as one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible. From healing lepers to guiding nations, his story is one of unwavering faith and divine empowerment. The spiritual decline of Israel was a significant challenge during Elisha's time. The people had turned away from God, worshipping idols and following false prophets. This made it difficult for true leaders to guide the people back to their faith. The need for a powerful leader was urgent, someone who could inspire and direct the Israelites towards spiritual renewal. Elisha faced this daunting task, armed with nothing but his faith and God's guidance. One of Elisha's most significant miracles was the healing of Naaman, a Syrian general afflicted with leprosy. Naaman was a powerful man, but his disease made him an outcast. Elisha instructed him to bathe in the Jordan River 7 times, and to Naaman's surprise, his leprosy vanished. This miracle not only healed Naaman's body but also opened his heart to the God of Israel. Another remarkable feat was the parting of the Jordan River, where Elisha struck the water with Elijah's mantle, allowing him and his followers to cross on dry land. These acts solidified Elisha's reputation as a man of God, endowed with extraordinary power. Elisha's key contributions and miracles have left a lasting legacy, solidifying his status as one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible. His ability to heal, to raise the dead, and to guide his people through turbulent times made him a pivotal figure in Israel's history. Elisha's key contributions and miracles solidified his status as one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible. From healing the sick to raising the dead, his ministry was marked by an extraordinary display of God's power. His legacy continues to inspire and challenge people to this day. The Israelites were facing a period of spiritual darkness, with idolatry and disobedience to God's laws rampant. The need for a powerful leader to guide them back to God was urgent. It was during this tumultuous time that Elisha emerged, chosen by God to carry the mantle of prophetic leadership. With his unique blend of humility and faith, Elisha was poised to make a significant impact on a nation in desperate need of spiritual revival. His challenges were not just about confronting external enemies but also about restoring the people's relationship with God. Elisha's background is fascinating. He was a student of Elijah, learning the ways of the prophetic ministry. When Elijah was taken up to heaven, Elisha received his mantle and with it, a double portion of Elijah's spirit. This marked the beginning of Elisha's remarkable journey as a prophet. He performed numerous miracles, showcasing God's power and validating his ministry. From healing the sick to raising the dead, Elisha's miracles were a testament to his authority and connection with the divine. One of Elisha's most significant miracles was the healing of Naaman, a Syrian commander afflicted with leprosy. Naaman's healing was not just a physical transformation but also a symbol of God's acceptance and mercy towards those outside the Jewish community. This miracle highlighted Elisha's compassion and the universal scope of God's love. It demonstrated that God's power and salvation were not limited to Israel but were available to all who sought him. Elisha's ministry was marked by such acts of kindness and power, solidifying his reputation as a mighty prophet. Elisha's background and his mentorship under Elijah played a significant role in shaping his prophetic ministry. Elijah, known for his fiery zeal and miraculous feats, passed on his anointing to Elisha, who then took the mantle and continued the work. This transition was marked by Elijah's ascension into heaven and Elisha's receipt of his mantle, symbolizing the transfer of prophetic authority. The parting of the Jordan River was another miracle that highlighted Elisha's authority. When Elijah passed the mantle to Elisha, the latter was met with skepticism by the prophets in Jericho. Elisha, however, demonstrated his divine authority by parting the Jordan River, a feat that mirrored Moses' parting of the Red Sea. This act solidified his position as a prophet and reinforced his message to the people. Elisha's key contributions and miracles solidified his status as one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible. His life and ministry serve as a compelling example of faith, obedience, and the transformative power of God's Spirit. If you've been inspired by Elisha's story, share your thoughts on his miracles in the comments below. For a deeper understanding of prophetic legacies, consider watching my video on Elijah, a pivotal figure in the biblical narrative who paved the way for Elisha's remarkable ministry.